Hi everyone, my name is Erin and welcome to my pregnancy journal. I am here today to announce that I am pregnant. Very excited. This is my husband and I's first pregnancy, so we are very blessed and very excited, and I just wanted to take you along on the journey with us. As this is my first time, this is his first time, so we're so excited. And yeah, I just kind of want to record my symptoms, my appointments, my everything to go along with and be able to look back on. So we are very excited. So I'm going to start off with my symptoms prior to knowing that I was pregnant. So I track everything in my phone because I don't have a little journal yet, but I do want to get a journal. I just haven't got one yet. So my first sign, this is week 2 is what I'm calling it. I'm not sure like exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was about week 2 after conception. I know the day that I conceived because I track everything. So week 2 I got some pink spotting. I was feeling a little like having some pressure down in like my lower abdomen and stuff, and then I started spotting pink, which I googled and it says that that is a sign of implantation. So that was my first sign. However, I took a pregnancy test twice and they both came back negative. So I was like, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just having some sort of weird spotting. It's like a week and a half to 2 weeks before I'm supposed to start my period. So I just kind of was like, okay. Disappointed, but you know, it was our first time trying. Along with the spotting came pressure like in my pubic region. Kind of felt like very dull cramps, or as if somebody's kind of pushing on my lower abdomen pubic area. And I was noticing that I was peeing a lot. However, I was also extremely thirsty. I was like downing water, just constantly drinking water, so that might have been why I was peeing a lot, but I'm not sure. Week 3 I started getting heartburn from coffee. And again, I had that negative pregnancy test, so I was continuing drinking coffee. I work very long hours, I'm up early, I stay out late for work, so I drink a lot of caffeine. I got heartburn after half a cup of my first cup of coffee of the day, and then all of a sudden was no longer interested. So I was like, okay, that's really weird. I never get heartburn from coffee, so that's interesting. Then I started getting very tender breasts, and this is common for me before my period's about to start. However, it's usually like 5 days before my period starts, and this was almost 2 weeks before. Again, very thirsty, peeing a lot, lots of pressure, and Monday I just felt like something was very different. So Monday was a week ago from today, so I'm calling that my week 3. And I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take another pregnancy test. So I took a pregnancy test and I set it on the counter. I went outside, I took my dog for a walk, I got the mail, and I came back in and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a line here. Very faint. Let me show you. I have all of them and dated. So I got these little dipsticks off of Amazon. This is probably not even going to show up on camera, but there's a second line there, and it is so faint, but it's there. So I immediately started crying, and out of excitement, I was just by myself, and I squatted down on my floor, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and my dog came over and started like licking me, like, Mom, are you okay? So yeah, so then, and I did not tell my husband yet, so then I took, the following day I took another pregnancy test, and you can see on this one, I'm sure it's going to show up on camera, but there are 2 very visible lines there. So very excited, very excited. I started thinking about ways that I was going to tell my husband. So ultimately I knew I wanted to surprise him, maybe with, like, I have one of those felt letter boards, you know, with the little black felt with the white letters. And I wanted to do maybe like a little onesie, and I wanted to get the clear blue pregnancy tests that just say pregnant across it. That way it would be very clear to him. I started hopping on Pinterest and looking at things to announce for my husband, how to announce it to him. And I came up with the idea with a letterboard and a little announcement and a baby onesie and a pregnancy test. So when we first started trying to get pregnant, my husband told me, well, I shouldn't say when we first started trying, because it only took us one time and we are so very blessed to have that happen to us. But he told me that he wanted to have a baby in 2020. So he said 2020 is a good year to have a baby. So on my letterboard I wrote 2020 is a good year to have a baby, and then daddy down at the bottom, and then I had a little announcement thing that said baby coming January 2020. And then I have this little onesie laid out, and it just says new to the crew, very cute. And then the day before I announced it, I took one of these clear blue tests that just has the plus or minus sign, and so this one has a plus on it. And I laid this one out, and then that morning I also took this clear blue test that's just a digital one and it says pregnant across it, and laid those out. And I did take some footage of him. I may or may not insert it, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do for that, but he was so excited. I will at least put the picture of what the announcement looked like in there. Very excited. He immediately pulled out his phone and wanted to tell his mom, and I was like, no, like, wait, because I wanted to announce it to our parents also in a special way, not just through text message. So, because this will be the first grandbaby on both sides of our family. Then, after all that, he was so excited. I knew going, then my birthday was over the weekend, and we had to change our plans a little bit because I'm not drinking alcohol, obviously, since I'm pregnant, and there was some things in there where we were going to go out and like get drinks with friends and stuff. So I used the excuse for my family that I was on an antibiotic that I couldn't mix with alcohol because I've had allergies, like I've been coughing and stuff. So I used that, and they bought it. They totally bought it. But I've had this thing where I feel like I'm gonna get my period, and it like freaks me out because I don't know, it just freaks me out. So I wanted to take another pregnancy test yesterday, which is the 28th, was my 27th birthday. And so I took another one, and you can see the two lines there, pregnant. Just wanted to make sure that baby was still there. Little cells were still there. So nothing really new this week so far. I'm only on day 5 of week 4 according to my like app calculations that I was doing, except for that I've been freezing. I have been so cold and so tired, and same tender breasts, little bit of mood swings, not too many though, not too bad. Frequently wanting to go pee, but not a lot coming out, and I've been less thirsty, but I don't know. And then the same pressure and like kind of dull kind of crampiness almost in my lower abdomen. This morning I called my OB, or tried to, and they told me that I needed a doctor confirmed pregnancy test. So I went to the doctor this afternoon and got a confirmed doctor pregnancy test. So we are excited about that. So we are exploring our options with an OB as well as a midwife, and we just want to kind of check both out, see what's going to be best for us. At this point, I know it's very early on, so this may change, but I want to do no medications, no pain medications or anything, so I don't take pain medication for myself as is. I use essential oils and natural methods of taking care of pain and inflammation and little uncomfortable things here and there. So I want to go as natural as possible, and like I said, that may change. Obviously, I don't know what pregnancy is going to hold since this is my first one. Will be to see the OB, get an idea of how far along I actually am, even though I know the day of conception. So it'll just be a doctor confirmed timeline, I guess. And then we want to announce it to our family, and I got these really cute little onesies that say, "Let the adventure begin." And I got 2 of them, one for each side of our parents, one for each set of parents, or grandparents I should say. So yeah, so that is pre-pregnancy all the way through knowing that I'm pregnant, and we are so very excited and so blessed, and just praying very hard that we have a very healthy baby and everything goes accordingly, and we're very excited. If you want to follow us along in this crazy pregnancy journey of our first child, please hit that subscribe button, and I should be posting, I think, weekly updates on pregnancy. I plan on filming on the last day of every week and kind of just telling you symptoms, anything, any updates, anything like that. So we will see you next time. Bye!